Hi, this is David Comfort from Democracy Action Network. Here's a mind-blowing fact. Donald Trump, a former president, is openly entertaining the idea of pardoning Ghislaine Maxwell, the convicted accomplice of child sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein. This is honestly crazy, but not entirely surprising given the patterns of his past behavior. Recently, at his Scottish golf club, Trump was asked if he would completely rule out a pardon for Maxwell, and instead of a firm no, he left the door wide open. He said, "I'm allowed to give her a pardon," and then added the jaw-dropping detail that no one had formally approached him about it yet. Can you believe that? Here we have a man who has shown a penchant for bending rules and norms, now suggesting that he might consider forgiving a person who played a pivotal role in the abuse of countless vulnerable young women. Maxwell's conviction in 2022 for facilitating Epstein's heinous crimes should have solidified her status as a pariah, yet here we are, discussing the possibility of her being treated like a political ally. What if I told you that Trump's former personal attorney met with Maxwell just days ago, reportedly discussing a potential pardon in exchange for names? This reeks of a quid pro quo that should alarm every one of us who values justice and accountability. The implications of this are staggering. Trump's base is already clamoring for more transparency regarding Epstein's client list, and now, instead of delivering justice, it seems he's more interested in appeasing his followers with a controversial pardon. Ever notice how this mirrors historical patterns where the powerful evade accountability while the vulnerable suffer? The narrative being spun by some conservatives is that Maxwell was unfairly convicted, painting her as a martyr. This is not just absurd, it's a dangerous precedent that undermines the severity of her crimes. Polling data shows that a whopping 51% of Americans disapprove of how Trump is handling this scandal, and it's clear why. The MAGA movement, which once positioned Trump as a crusader against a shadowy cabal of sex traffickers, now finds itself in a deeply uncomfortable position as it appears to cover up its own connections to Epstein's sordid affairs. In a world where we should be striving for justice, we must remain vigilant and vocal against these absurdities. The fight for accountability is far from over, and together, we can tackle these puzzles and ensure that history does not repeat itself. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel. It would help out a lot. Peace.